Peace, family. So everything has been taught to us so that we can stay stuck. If we really believed in ourselves, will we still be waking up every day doing a 9 to 5, going to school, learning the information that they want us to know for their systems? Why can't we believe in ourselves and really create and be able to support ourselves? Well, because if we do that, we wouldn't be able to bring them income. They have to start working now too. And the goal is to remember all of us are magical. We can all create. Our sacral chakras is not to create for the system or other people. It's to create for ourselves. And that's what's been going on for decades. We've been helping everybody else but us. So we don't even know how to help ourselves. We are disconnected from our bodies. We are disconnected from our minds. We don't have control over ourselves. And when we break free, we start to see that this whole time we actually have been controlling ourselves, but we've been allowing voices and everything else to keep us in a place of, only listening to them. So now it's like, oh my goodness, I already knew I've been on the right path this whole time. And you've been learning and you've been seeing things clear. But now it's time to use what you know. Instead of focusing on the problems, it's time for the solution. And I think about it, they never really taught us the solution. We know about a solution, but we don't know how to actually, get to the solution because we only focus on the problem. We already know what the fucking problem is. The food, the bullshit, the education, the things that, we supposed to be knowing, but because we don't even trying to trust ourselves, it's hard for our souls to keep growing the way that it should. So everybody's in stuck comfort mode right now. People are afraid to move because if they move, they think that they're, making the wrong decisions. That was the whole programming, to think that we were always, pretty much we're wrong. So now that you see you always been right, and when you trust your way, you can only go down the right path. When you keep trusting the government and everybody else, you're going to keep staying stuck because their way is their way. All of us have our own way. And that was the thing. They didn't want us to trust, just one way. Everybody had their own this information. They're like, just this right. And it was like, no, I'm right. So boom, we get split up. But it's showing that all of us are one. We all supposed to be learning from each other. Each religion is all love. Everything is love. It's just everything got taken out of portion. Everything been taken out of portion just so that we can continue to stay in a mental. Everything is mental. The brain, we should be focusing on the brain. If the gut is disconnected, then the mind can only be disconnected. And it's sad that people don't think that fruits can heal. Fruits with seeds, fruits that's coming from this earth, that's nothing that's not, that's being chemically made. No, chemically made stuff is not going to heal you. People think that protein come from, it's just the death. We are eating for our chakras. We're eating blood, death. That's why people have, vibrating so low, can't think straight, anxiety, everything is, they've been working to see about the mind. They know that when the gut is fucked up, the mind can only be fucked up. So this is why the program has been like it is. You think that slavery just ended when, at the end of the day, everything was mental. It was to keep us mentally stuck so that we wouldn't believe in ourselves. But now we know that we always been in school. We needed all this information because if we didn't know it, we wouldn't be able to gain balance. We wouldn't been able to understand. So we need all this shit. We need understanding for ourselves. We don't have to make dumb decisions to get the understanding. We just got to trust that everything that's coming to us is the right thing. We just got to know that we're powerful, and they're just keeping us away from using our magic, our hands, and our mind to change the world. It's simple. It's really just our minds and our hands. Once we start believing, then we can really start putting in work and seeing. You don't have to copy somebody. Like a lot of times, we all know we magical as fuck, but it's like, how do I use my magic? I don't want to hurt nobody, or or they're gonna think I'm weird, or you can telepath and it's basic. Everybody have these powers. It's just that we disconnected. And the way that you get stronger with yourself, with your magic, is believing in yourself, knowing that you can only help people. You cannot harm no one. You will keep harming people if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't change what you're eating, if you don't change your daily routines, like disconnecting from the news, the TV, from all the distractions, knowing that, yes, I'm thankful for all this information, but this information no longer serves my soul. I had to keep doing what I had to do to create a new way for not only me, but my family and everyone around. Because when we are working on ourselves, we can only help the people who may not be able to see it right now. And that's all we're seeing. All of us is on different levels. There's levels to this shit. So don't get frustrated because your loved one or your parents or someone is not understanding. It's okay. People are not going to understand. People's not going to understand your journey. And that's what we got to also remember. Stop worrying about what people understanding, because they're not. And that's okay. And that's the best thing. People is not going to understand, and it's a lot of things we understand on our level of understanding. So when that person is ready to understand, they will. But we're planting these seeds for them, and we're watering them daily. Because we're talking about it, we're planting them in ourselves. When we heal ourselves, we can only heal everybody else around. So a lot of times, like, people know they're powerful and stuff, so they step out trying to help everybody else. But what about you? That was just like with myself. I'm always trying to help everybody, but I'm like, what about me? I'm over here pouring into all these people, but in reality, I'm really pouring so much deeply in me, because I need me as much as everybody else need me. We need each other. We all, like church back in the day was when we sit outside and we help each other remember and connecting and growing, not trying to, believe in one person or worship in one person, because we don't worship nobody but who we are. And we give praise to the universe. God is us. We are the gods. We are the leaders. We are the source. I give praise to me and my heart and my mind to be able to listen. That is what we're supposed to be doing. I'm so grateful that I've been on a journey, not even realizing I was on this journey. This whole time I'm thinking, weight loss, you start off and you seeing things, well, you think you're on a whole journey, but you're really on the journey of finding yourself from the beginning. And it's like you thinking so much. I wasn't supposed to do. Just think of you as a kid, as you being magical, creating and all this stuff. It's like we can do so much, but we just got to keep believing. And the more I keep believing in myself, I keep seeing things clearly for myself every single day. Not just one day, every day I'm seeing how magical I am, because I keep coming out and just allowing myself to be in a moment of surrender and free, and allowing my mind to think, and allowing myself to think, and allowing when all this, my dad planted this tree, and all he did, he just had to plant, water the seed. And when he ascended, this tree kept on blooming until, it's been over almost 30 years, and now the tree is finally producing the fruit and fruiting and falling, so think about this shit. It's levels to this shit, but we just gotta keep planting the seed and keeping faith in everything that's in us, and knowing that we can only bring love to this world, because everybody wants love. We are love. The world is love. We are the rainbow. We vibrate so high, and we have to continue to keep doing it, because if we're not changing the world, if we're not putting in work, the vibration going to continue to stay the same. Peace and blessings.